Hi everyone, welcome back to another scrapbook process video and thank you for joining me again today. So I believe that this is another layout that I did using the Allison Davis 6x6 one-page sketch class that she did. This is not the current class that's going on, just to let you know. These are layouts, these ones that I'm doing, and I believe there's only like one more maybe. These are all layouts that I did back in, I want to say January, February, March time. So I barely remember what I did with them. I've already put them away in albums, believe it or not. um, so I do apologize if I don't exactly remember everything, but again, this is not the current class that's going on. I pulled these out. I was feeling absolutely no mojo. I chatted with a friend for a few minutes and she mentioned this class, and I had never really, I think I did one or two layouts when she actually had the class open way back when. I don't even know when. And I never really followed through with it. So I think that I'm going to go ahead and go through and do all of them and follow through with them, like for real this time. Um, I'm putting it kind of on pause currently at the moment because of this new class that's come out, but at the time that this is what was getting me back in my room and getting a few things done. And I never did the voiceovers for a lot of these because I just simply didn't have time between now and then. Now that it's summer, things have slowed down just slightly. There's still been a lot going on, but at least I'm able to get videos up for you guys again. Now, this sketch has a lot of photos on it. I love it. It's a love-hate relationship one, I guess you could say. If you don't like to use smaller photos, then this is probably not the sketch for you, but you could probably somehow pull this together with larger photos. Again, I'm not going to link the sketch. I have people ask me in the comment sections below quite a few times which sketches I'm using. And I'm straight out going to be honest, a lot of times I don't know. And the reason is, number one, I can't show them to you because they are paid for content. And Scrapbook Generation has requested that we don't show the sketches. They said we don't mind, we do videos, but they please don't show the sketches, which I totally understand because, you know, if I showed you guys the sketch, then nobody would really have to pay for it, right? So I want to respect their wishes. And number two, the other reason I can't really tell you what sketch I used, sometimes I can kind of be a little more specific, but I have taken all my sketchbooks apart, and I've done a video in the past for this. I have taken them all apart and rearranged them and put them back together according to the number of photos that's on the sketch. So if they have a 4x6, like one of their sketchbooks they have is all 4x6 photos, and I'm not talking about the class, I'm talking about the sketchbook that they have. There is sketches for one photos, two photos, three photos, and so I've taken those apart and I've put a binder together, and I put other sketches in there with them as well. If it's a page maps one, which I actually haven't used very many of lately, I was thinking, and I want to pull some more of those back out. So I might do, you know, some page map ones. I can share those with you because those are free and I try to always remember. But if it's a paid for sketch, I will not show you. If it's a free Scrapbook Generation sketch, they didn't always used to say, so I don't always know which ones are and which ones aren't. But if it's one that I know of and I can share it with you, I'm more than happy to do so. But I really apologize that I can't tell you guys what sketch I'm using because they're books. I wasn't smart enough before I even started my YouTube channel is when I took my books apart and started storing them according to photo. So it's harder for me now to say, oh yeah, that's this such and such sketchbook. So I apologize. I hope that's not upsetting to many of you, but I hope that a lot of you will understand. Um, Anyways, you can kind of see basically what I'm doing. I am using the same Doodlebug collection. I will link all the items I can think to link down below. I don't always remember to all of them to link below, but I do try. I liked this sketch and I was really hoping that I could use one of these new Doodlebug shaker pops that they have. I really wanted to use this snowman one. It was a little thick. You can see I'm kind of taking it apart with that one bottom part there. You can sometimes with the Doodle Pops, probably not with the Shaker Pops, but with the Doodle Pops, you can sometimes take them apart little bit layer by layer. You have to be careful. You do have the possibility of ripping them, so be very careful if you try. But if they are just too thick for you, then you can attempt to de-layer them, as I guess you could call it. But that the snow ball, no, what do you call that? Snow globe, that's the word I'm thinking. That snow globe one I really wanted to use, but it's not working for me. And I think maybe it's the deep red color, because really there's no real reds in this layout, and it was super thick. I feel like, I don't know, it just wasn't working for me. I wasn't feeling it at the time. So I put it to the side and I pulled out this other cute little snowman, and I feel like the colors of this snow guy, first of all, he's looking into the layout. So I think the other snowman was kind of looking off of the layout if I put him in this spot, and this guy is looking into the layout. So that made a big difference. And this guy, like I mentioned, was all the same color. So there's two little boys in these pictures, well, and my husband. Um, so I guess you could say three little boys. No, I'm just kidding. Um, I There's a couple little boys in these pictures, but I don't really care. I'm using the teal and I'm using the pinks and the whites. It's just kind of what came together. And, just don't be afraid to use those colors if that's what you want to use. It doesn't matter if it's a boy or girl layout. Use what makes you happy. You're the one making the page, so it should be what you love. Um, just throwing that out there a little bit. Now, my journaling is going to go in the box next to that snowman doodle pop. It is going to be, I'm going to type it and put it there, and you will see that in the still shot photos at the end if you are interested. I am trying to add a little red in. You can see with that heart that's up there. My title is going to be Let It Snow, and some of these items I'm going to pop up with foam tape. When I use a doodle pop, I definitely like to add in some elements on foam tape and other cluster areas, because it helps bring around that same dimension, because the doodle pop has multiple foam layers. So I would like to bring in that same dimension into the other clusters as well. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pop some stuff up with some foam tape. And then I have a couple of penguins on there. I wanted to add 3 little penguins just to kind of, I thought I really like the cute little penguins. They're super cute. Look at them. So who wouldn't want to use them, right? Actually, I know a lot of you struggle with Doodlebug and their cute faces, and I have to say, honestly, that's something that's never bothered me. I used an older collection of theirs, or was looking through or rearranging something, and I noticed that they have started adding more and more faces, so I apologize if Doodlebug isn't your thing. I am starting to try to use a few more collections instead of just Doodlebug, just to kind of, mix it up for myself and for you guys as well. But for those of you that do like the little faces, then we're in the same boat, because I like the faces. So I'm sorry if Doodlebug is too cutesy for you. Also, a lot of people think that you have to use little kid layouts with the cutesy Doodlebug, and I have to be honest, I use them on layouts of me at my age, so don't feel like you have to only use them for young kids collections as well. And if you are a Doodlebug fan but don't like the cutesy faces, try looking at the B-sides of the papers. They got great B-sides that are very neutral and can work with a lot of things. So just so you know, I did add a couple strips of my peel-offs, one on the right-hand side and one on the left-hand side, I believe. And I don't show that, I don't think, in the video, but I just kind of lined the layout just to give it a little bit of a border. And you can see how I've kind of added in a little bit of the red, but it's not too much red to really, it's enough to really bring your eye around to the 3 clusters. But it's not so bold in your face that that's all you see. It is very prominent on the page, but in my opinion, really brings your eye around. And then I'm going to add this little birdie in because you guys know I love my little birds. So I've been having fun trying to find places to add these little birds to sit on and different places. So I have one sitting there by the penguin, and I have one, I put him on the snowman hat. And then I'm of course using these enamel snowflakes and adding those around, playing around with those, just adding the different colors, trying to bring the teal color around. I'm really happy with this layout. The photos, you don't really see the faces of the boys too much. You can look kind of close in person and see, but they're just having a blast. We had so much snow. We hardly get snow like this, like ever. And these are super old photos because my youngest is like 2 or 3 or 4 in this page. So eh, it's like they're older pictures by far. But they were I just love this layout, and I think this was the perfect layout to use. So if you have a bunch of photos that you only need the small pieces of, this is a great way to add them if you don't want to do an entire 6x6, or I mean, excuse me, double page layout. So there you can see, and a little bit of journaling, and my page is done. So I hope you guys like this layout, and I hope you enjoyed this process. Thank you everybody for watching and supporting my channel. If you don't mind giving me a thumbs up for this video and also sharing or subscribing, that would be great too. All right, I will see you all next time, and have a great day, everyone. Bye.